So we are back after a while, and of course, after being gone this long, we have a lot of things to talk about, and I'm really excited because I get to actually take the channel that I actually love the most in football to do, which is only Liverpool related, which is the Football Connect LFC. Yes, of course, I will be what do you call that thing, sharing with the Football Connect, but at least I'm doing something that I enjoy. So in this video, we're going to talk about a few things. First of all, Trent Alexander-Arnold. It looks like something is happening according to Indicator. I'm not really sure what's happening there. We are also going to be talking about what's happening with the Lamin Kamara deal, whatever that is happening. And of course, Bradley Barcola is here. I'm going to be doing a deep dive on him as we move over the weekends, as things get finalized and everything that is happening. Of course, you've already seen the video that I did, which I did on the Connect, which I linked it to this one. You can go out and understand what I was talking about. But yes, we'll talk about that. And then, of course, we'll talk about our Champions League team that we've been literally that we are Liverpool actually going to be playing against, and talk about my thoughts over them and what's going to happen. Can't wait to go play with another former Red who just left us. Then, of course, there's a lot of things to cover, people, because Liverpool is a gift that keeps on giving. What are we doing? What are the other signings that we keep being told by journalists that could come? And who are they? Is it only going to be the wing places? Nothing to do in the midfield, because we need a midfield. Also, I think in the end, I might talk about the Florian Wirtz situation that has been irritating me a bit, about how the whole entire world decided to double up and literally go and attack a player like he's not meant to be at the club. I don't get it. I'll come back to it. I don't care the rival what they say, but I hate it when Liverpool fans themselves start come and acting like they're in an agreement with the rivals who is coming after one of our own. He is one of our own. You never walk alone, and that is something that means so much to me. If he's still a Liverpool player, if the board and the manager still feels like he's fit to enter the ground, then that's very good for me. I'm going to talk about it in this video. I hope you're ready. There's a lot of things that we're going to be covering, but anyway, I hope you're ready. First of all, we need to talk about the Liverpool's opponents on the UEFA Champions League. I did not do this on the Connect. There's a lot of things to talk about, of course, when it comes to UEFA Champions League. So many games, so many teams. So I'm interested in some interesting matchup. I think I'm going to do that. Just the interesting matchups of the Champions League, of some games I'll be excited to watch, because I can't really try to go over that calendar and talk about each and every teams and whatever that is happening. But here with the Liverpool, I'm excited because it's my club. Like the video, subscribe to Connect. Let's get into it. So Liverpool's opponent against in the UEFA Champions League are going to be like this. We will play Atletico Madrid as the first game. So Atletico Madrid and Liverpool has history, and I think if you have been following Liverpool for as much as I have, you actually understand that the history is not really a pleasant one. Somehow we always find ourselves in a situation where we wonder where we're going wrong, especially against Atletico Madrid. They always find themselves doing a number on us. And of course, we're going to be playing at there. We're going to be playing them at home again. There is literally an Atletico Madrid player. I literally forgot his name. He was one of the best players, of course, in the World Cup, because he won the tournament with Spain. This guy literally named these two dogs. Was it Enfield and what? He literally named these two dogs Enfield and stuff like that, because this guy, every single time he enters the Enfield, he always leaves Enfield with a goal. So there is actually serious history when it comes to Atletico Madrid and Liverpool. And I would like us to put one over this team. Really, really, really. I'm dying here, people. Give me something, Liverpool. Come and give me something. I'm literally asking you to give me something when it comes to Atletico Madrid, especially it looking like being the first game that we actually play. So I'm really, really playing that Liverpool can do something. But yeah, Atletico Madrid is going to be the first team that we host at home that we're going to be playing against in the Champions League. Then the next team will be Inter Milan. That's the game that will be interesting, because, of course, they've just nicked one of our players in Curtis Jones. Yes, the midfielder joins them. We actually saw some videos of him talking, well, actually doing his first training session, and he just looked like he was happy. I hope he really succeeds there, because He's still one of our own, and I love him, and I hope he actually does very, very better, very, very good. But when we go to his ground, we need to win because I'm Liverpool first before any player. So we have to go win that game against Inter Milan because I think that'll actually show people how much of a greater threat we are if we beat some of our biggest two teams that are going to be in this team. Then, of course, we are going to be hosting Porto. Yeah, they're coming to Enfield Porto. We're going to be hosting them. And the last time that they were there, I remember Thiago Alcantara scored one amazing volley that is still remembered in the history of Liverpool. One of the best goals ever been scored in the Champions League. Porto is a team that we have done so much business with. They came and we saw Luis Diaz and we took him from them. But I'm curious to see what they'll do in this game. It's going to be exciting. I can't wait to see what happens. Then we will be playing Club Brugge away from Enfield. When it comes to Club Brugge, I cannot really say I'm really complaining or what, because I really don't know where I stand when it comes to this. But I'm interested to see what happens on this situation. But yeah, Club Brugge is the second club that we'll be dealing with. Then, of course, Villarreal, a team in Spain. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with Villarreal as well as Fenerbahce. The last time when we were in Turkey, we lost. Yeah, we lost to Galatasaray. Now we meet with Fenerbahce. Villarreal coming to Enfield, so I'm not really worried about that. Then the Linz game, I literally have no idea how to feel about the Linz unless we only find out when we are playing them. That's the only thing I can say, people. But those are the teams that we are going to be playing with. People were talking about the Madrid drew or stuff like that. That if we're going to be matching up with the Real Madrid, it's always going to be an away game, but that did not happen. The only Madrid we are playing is Atletico Madrid and Inter. Those are the bigger teams. Then, of course, Porto. But we'll find out where we finish in the stages of all the games that are going to be played. It's going to be an exciting time, and I hope you guys are ready for it because we have a lot of things to cover when it comes to that. Then, of course, the Florian Wirtz situation. So when it comes to Florian Wirtz, it's a very interesting, of course, because of course I cannot come here and talk about what he did in last season because we all know what was happening under the slot and the things were not really working well for him. He was thrown in the left on the right. Literally, it felt like Slot had no idea how he was supposed to use Florian Wirtz, which I get. And of course, I'm gonna come and talk about the signings as well because I think it's really important. I need to talk about the signings that actually took place last season. But some of the things that Florian Wirtz has been criticized of, I wonder, is it fair, especially just playing one game this season? First of all, some of the criticism, they're talking about the high price tag and output. The fact that while you costed around 116 million pounds, and he carries immense pressure to produce immediate goals and assists by managing only 7 and 10 assists in his debut campaign. So many eyes are on him that for the amount of money you went for, you cannot be producing this, which in a way it makes sense. I cannot really complain when it comes to that. We just have to see what happens with that. But I think it was just one game. And I'm going to repeat that again. I think you're going to hear that me repeat that so many times. It was just one game. I think last season, 7 goals and 10 assists. Is it the best we want? Maybe not. Oh, but who is actually setting up this criteria? And who exactly is going against Florian Wirtz in terms of this? Who can you put out and say, this is another player who has done better and he deserves to be this? And we'll compare how many times, how long that player has been in the Premier League over Florian Wirtz and how it takes to actually get it and to understand what happens. This is the season we are looking at Florian Wirtz to say he takes over and he performs, and we see where we go from him as a team, as a club. And it's not going to be easy. Let us all be honest, but we believe that he will be one of the most important players as well. Physicality and intensity. The pundit like Gary Neville on Sky argued that Florian Wirtz lack bite and defensive aggression. Often appeared too passive or nice in a high intense Premier League matches compared to his time in the Bundesliga. Well, I have to remind you, Mr. Gary Neville, and everyone was talking about this. Florian Wirtz actually came to Liverpool not to become a DM or to become a midfielder, one of the midfielder anchors like the central midfielders. He actually came to become the chief creator of the team, to create something going forward, to score some important goals, to help assist in the game. So if you're gonna say it's too nice, you are trying to make him a DM. Florian Wirtz is not meant to be a DM. There are people who are supposed to be too aggression and too whatever they do this side. He just has to improve on what he does going forward, how he sits on the ball and how much he sets up the other players. That's what we called him for, not what you're trying to make him be. Too nice. What does that even mean anyway? Anyway, some tactical fitness. A club icon like Jamie Carragher on Sky Sport questioned whether Florian Wirtz fits into the midfield structure under the new manager Andoni Iraola, noting that his development in a number 10 role has left the team engine room imbalanced. First of all, I need to make this very, very perfectly clear. When you say midfield imbalance, what do you mean, Mr. Jamie Carragher? And I'm gonna try to be very, very nice the way I respond this one, because if you showed us something that was really, really important, and I'm so confused why Florian Wirtz is still the guy that people are putting an eye on or complaining about. Liverpool played with a midfield of Wirtz, Wirtz, Gravenberch, and Soboslai. Soboslai and Gravenberch were meant to be the central midfielders. One of them acting like a DM and the other one acting like what? A central midfield. Florian that's being the attacking. So he's expected to be on the final third of helping the team going forward. Capiche? That makes sense, right? The thing that I noticed in the game against Newcastle, and I think I'm the only one who's actually going to say this, I've not seen anyone saying it, but the thing that I noticed in the game against Newcastle was how our central midfielders kept so many times running in the spaces in which you expect Florian Wirtz to be and trying to be the Florian Wirtz of the team, and making it difficult for him to shine or making it difficult for him to actually understand. And now people and players are expecting Wirtz to become a central midfielder because these two dummies decided to leave their post and go become attackers, both of them. So many times, if you look at the goals which were scored by Newcastle, all of them, the two goals that they scored, every single time it was either Gravenberch carrying the ball, becoming the attacking midfielder while he's supposed to be a DM, while he's carrying the ball. His partner in crime who's supposed to cover him when he goes is literally in the box. While Florian Wirtz is now in the position of waiting on the final third where he's supposed to get the ball and do the most intelligent passes. Gravenberch, 90% of the time, he was doing the wrong passes because the intelligent passes of a creator, chief creators in those zones, whose Florian Wirtz was not being used in the position which he was expected to do. So they made a mistake. The team suffered for this. Why do we keep putting our eyes on this? Why? Tell me that you are giving him the ball. He's failing to create something after giving him the ball. That's when we'll start talking. That's when we'll start talking. At the moment, that's not exactly what happened. That's not exactly what happened. And we have to see what happens and we'll see how people analyze this one. But that's just my truth over the situation. I feel like it's unfair what you're saying. Tactic of fit, what does that even mean as well? Social media scrutiny. Um, um, statistically analysis from the opening fixture of the 2026-27 season named Florian Wirtz as the most criticized player online, receiving a high volume of negative social media remarks. Why? Why are we as Liverpool fans, as we are meant to be the we you never walk alone players, allowing this to happen? Why do we have to stand for people coming after one of our own and just act like it's okay? Being in agreement, okay, I understand. Why? Why do we have to make him the go-to guy for any of our rivals? People want meant to criticize us for a living, to laugh at us for a season. Why do we have to indulge them, to allow them to have this opportunity of criticizing him until he was literally labeled as the most criticized player? Why? Why? That's the question that I'm asking. Why? Anyway, we'll find out how that one also be sorted like, but we need to change as a club. We need to change as the fans. We need to stand for one of our own and not allow other people to get the best out of criticizing our player. I'm never gonna stand for that, and I'm never gonna be the one who allows that to actually stand and do something like that. I can't stand for that. I will not allow to stand for that because it's not fair to him. It's not fair to everything over whatever that is happening. Let's see what happens. Really, to be honest, we'll keep an eye on everything that is happening, and I hope you guys are ready for whatever happens going forward. Like the video, subscribe to connect. Let's continue. So we're going to talk about, before we actually leave here, we are going to talk about Trent Alexander-Arnold as well, maybe Lamine Camara, but I don't have so much to talk about when it comes to Lamine Camara. But let's talk about, first of all, the most important player we need to talk about, Trent Alexander-Arnold. So according to IndyCar, it looks like Trent Alexander-Arnold could be on his way back to LFC. You're gonna have to listen to what I feel, but according to Indy, it looks like there is a great interest in Liverpool in bringing back Trent Alexander-Arnold. But the situation that has been raised is if there is an agreement between Liverpool and Real Madrid. I'm actually trying to look for the breaking news that he dropped so that maybe I use that. Let me just search in Indy. Wait. Yeah, there's something here that obviously means. So, exclusive, this is by Indy 1 hour ago. Exclusive, Trent Alexander-Arnold will return to Liverpool, but only if the Reds can strike a deal with Real Madrid. The boyhood club, the broken relationship, and the unfinished story. I'm really confused over this one, really, to be honest. I'm really confused because he left us. And I want to repeat this. He left us. I understand people sometimes forget about these things. I know we need a player who can come in and play as a right back. I get that. There are so many in the world. But why do we have to go pay for a homegrown player that we was meant to be our player? He decided to go on a free, went to try for the best club in the world to go win a Ballon d'Or. Did not work out for him. Comes back now with his tail behind his legs and try to come and ask us to forgive him and just act like everything is normal. Why do we have to be the guys who are understanding? Why are we playing the game of understanding, looking the other side, looking the other shoulder and doing? Why does we have to be the people who carry this burden? He said he wanted to go win trophies. He wanted to go become the best in the world. He wanted to go win a Ballon d'Or, something he felt like he was never going to be able to do in Liverpool. I get it. Not so many people's cup of tea, but we are all Liverpool fans here. Let us all be honest. 90% of us, even some of us, we literally have a big belly here. Our dreams, even up to now, is to go wear that jersey and represent the club on the field. Wear that jersey, even though I'm not a good runner, it does not matter. My dream is to enter that ground, run my foot down, literally for the club, represent that badge. The fact that we have to bring back Trent Alexander-Arnold because we feel sorry for him, because he wants to come back. There is an unfinished story. For me, that is not gonna cut it. I had to say it. I had to be that guy. I had to feel like I'm being rude. For me, that is not gonna cut it. You left us. We needed you. We pleaded for you. You gave us this. You did everything. It looked like you were going to stay. We thought you were silencing the rivals. You did that to us. I'm never going to forget it. Yes, I might forget it, but I'm never going to forget it. You left when we were shouting, "You never walk alone, Trent." You left it when we were singing your name day and night. You left us. You walked away on us. So the fact that there should be a deal made that it comes back, first of all, I need to know who's bringing it. That's the person that I need to look straight in the eyes and ask, are you using your brain? I do not agree with this Trent Alexander-Arnold situation. I do not feel like it's the best thing for the club right now. I do not feel like it benefits us at any position or at any situation. I do not feel like I need to be talking about Trent Alexander-Arnold at this moment, at this time. I do not feel like I have to. Why do you put me in the situation which I need to talk about Trent Alexander-Arnold? He chose Real Madrid. He's going to sit on the bench. Let him enjoy the bench. End of story. Period. So the thing that was actually being reported here on X is they're saying Trent Alexander-Arnold struggles at Real Madrid bench and the Liverpool return talk. After leaving Liverpool for Real Madrid, the English international has seen limited action, coming on late in one of La Liga's games and staying unused in another under Jose Mourinho. Fans expressed frustration with some calling his move a betrayal that left him benched behind the Dutch defender. Of course, Dumfries. Liverpool supporters split on welcoming him back, while reports hint a potential return if a deal works out, highlighting the harsh and the competition of a top club like Real Madrid. So because of that, you think he's just gonna come back and walk in and become a player for Liverpool? I'm sorry, I can't stand for that. I wish I could. I'm not built like you, most of you people. Some of you are just too good people. Me, I'm not built like that. Thank you very much for representing us, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Bye bye. Bye bye. That's what I've said. Bye bye. Bye bye. So, Lamin Kamara, that's the last thing before I leave here. Lamin Kamara, this is my first one time back, people. What do you think of what I'm saying? What do you think of where I'm going? So, Lamin Kamara, an interesting news coming out when it comes to Lamin. Lamin, how do you write it? Is it? Oh, let me just say Kamara, of course. Kamara. Lamin Kamara looks like he's a target that so many teams are watching and are thinking of and are interested in. Some people are saying things could happen, and some people are saying things may not happen. So many reports from ITKs. I have not seen anyone who's not an ITK was reported. In fact, only a reporter in Sasha Tavaleri said AC Monaco and Chelsea Football Club are negotiating tonight the arrival of Lamin Kamara with a view to replace Enzo Fernandez. Santi Socorro is leading the negotiation right now with the intent of concluding the deal around 60 million euro within the next 48 hours. That's what he's saying. But some ITKs and some from places which I have no idea where it's coming from, but anyway, some ITK and some even from Senegal are saying that breaking Liverpool have recently made inquiries about Lamin Kamara, but haven't submitted an offer. The player is excited about the idea of joining them. That's where we are at the moment. They made inquiries, but they have not done anything. But the Chelsea deal is literally advancing. Chelsea advancing for Lamin Kamara. This could accelerate in case of Enzo Fernandez departing to Man City, according to another report from Senegal, Dia Sport. So I get that. I get the ITK's news of Lamin Kamara could be coming to Liverpool. I get that the excitement and everything that could be said. It looks like Chelsea are the club that is actually interested in him. He is a good player. I would really, really love him at Liverpool. I'm not going to take that away. But as things stands right now, it doesn't look like. AC Monaco doesn't want to get caught out of the last minute regarding Lamin Kamara. Finalizing a deal before the deadline, finalizing the deal before the deadline would allow AC Monaco to unlock certain files. It's a bidding war. Chelsea and Liverpool, and are looking for the midfielder. So there is a competition. That's according to Alberto, something like that. I don't know who that is. Today, earlier, this is by Will Scott Cox LFC, somebody that I've been keeping an eye on. Is really good. Most of the information he puts out are straightforward, and you always find them that to be very, very truthfully. So this is what it's saying. Liverpool inquired about Lamine Camara, with the player's agents also offering him to the club as Enfield Exeter exclusively reviewed earlier today. Chelsea have reportedly now joined the race for the midfielder. Camara fits the profile Liverpool need in all honesty, but the player wants you and you need someone in that area. It should be a no-brainer. The player wants to come to Liverpool, and Liverpool made inquiries, but they've not made movement over Camara. So that's why Koch is really confused what's really happening here, and it's confusing what's going to happen. But yeah, this looks like it will be an interesting one, really, to be honest. But anyway, that's where we are right now as things stands when it comes to the Lamine Camara situation. We're going to have to keep an eye on it. At the moment, no any reliable journalist we can come in and sit down and talk about. The only one that are saying, according to, there's this one that just dropped right now. Let's see what it's saying. Let's see what it's saying. They're saying, according to Lunaments, Liverpool have recently made inquiries for Lamine Camara, but they haven't submitted any offer. The player is excited about joining the club. Of course, it feels like I'm reading something that I'm just reading, but that's where we are, people, when it comes to the Lamine Camara deal. Nothing really that we can hold on to and say something can move, but we're going to have to keep an eye on it, and I'll be here to talk about it. Like I told you, the Bradley Bacola situation, I might not going to cover it here. I'm going to make a special video where I literally talk about how he improves us and everything that is going to be happening when it comes to him. But I am excited. I'm not going to stand for the nonsense of Trent Alexander. I'm just sorry. I'm difficult to deal in that way. I'm really hurt to that point. So whatever you guys feel about it, however you're gonna act on it, however you're gonna react on it, I'll take it. It's okay. You're allowed to give your own views and everything you feel. But Trent Alexander-Arnold betrayed us, betrayed me as a Liverpool fan. I protected Trent Alexander-Arnold in positions which he was never meant to be protected at. If that does not tell anyone how much I love the geezer or how much I'm willing to go left and right for a player, then I don't know. Then he turned his back on me. So I'm turning his back on me. The last player who did that in Michael Owen ended up going to Newcastle United. And look how people treat him right now. I'm not going to act like we. No, I'm done, people. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the Football Connect LFC. I'll be doing these videos almost on a daily basis to cover some of the things. I think it's going to be exciting. I hope you guys are ready for it. This could be an interesting podcast if you keep an eye on it. I'm really excited. Like the video, subscribe to Connect. I'll see you another one. If you want to find my thoughts on the games that are coming, I will be making a video tomorrow to talk about the games. I hope you are ready for it. Like the video, subscribe. I'm out. Peace. Subscribe to